Hello everybody and welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock, and in today's video we are going to be talking about some OP items that have been owned by admins in Hypixel Skyblock. So a lot of admins have special items that are unreleased to the public, and these items can grant them special abilities, extra health, extra defense, extra damage, stuff like that, and some of them are pretty ridiculous and OP. So let's go over some of them in today's video. Before we get into this video, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel because every little bit helps, and we're coming up on 10,000 subscribers. So I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe and just help me out a lot. With that said, let's get back to hearing about some of the most OP items in Hypixel Skyblock. So the first one we're going to be talking about is called Anubis. It grants an extra 3,000 health and has been worn by 4 admins. It's very OP. We have also seen it with an enchant that we'll mention later that helps it have even more health. There's an image of it on screen now. It's pretty insane. The next item we're going to be talking about is actually not an armor piece, but instead a sword. There are 3 variants of the sword. The original one is from J of Armin's inventory, and it deals 99,000 damage. It doesn't deal 99,000 damage, sorry, but it has 99,000 damage. For context, Aspect of the End only has 100 damage, and the Hyperion only has 307. So 99,000 is a lot, but it gets even crazier. There's also a Sword of the Stars 3000, and that deals 999,999 damage. That is insane. And this one has been seen in Torwolf's inventory as well, who is another admin. And finally, there's a Sword of the Stars 9000, and that deals 9,999,999 damage. That is insane. There's also another sword called the Sword of the Universe, and that one has infinite damage. But due to the intergenerational limit, this likely results in it having 0 damage, making the sword basically worthless. The next item we're going to be talking about is actually a pickaxe, and this is the best pickaxe in the game, tied with the Devon's Drill for breaking power and mining speed. It was seen in J of Armin's Ender Chest and grants a ton of mining speed, and it also has breaking power 10. I believe it grants 3,000 mining speed, which is honestly pretty insane. There's also an admin-only bow that's also crazy overpowered. It's called the Ray Gun, and it's an admin-only special bow that was spotted in admin Torwolf's inventory. It was obtained May 14th, 2021, but was only found in July, and it gives you, wait for it, 99,999,999 damage. That is insane. And that can even be boosted with some of the enchants we're about to talk about. So admins have had a history of placing enchants that are way too high onto their items, including ones that completely glitch it out, like too high enchants. So there's an enchant called Growth Too High Number, which was spotted on the Anubis, that gives you 75,000 HP. There's also Growth M, which gives 15,000 HP, and Growth L, which is a lot more reasonable at 750 HP. Still a lot higher than the levels of growth that normal players are allowed. There's also Protection L that gives you 150 defense, True Prot L that gives you 50 defense, and a lot more, including Sugar Rush Too High Number, as well as the Growth Too High Number that gives an admin 200 speed, and Sugar Rush X for 20 speed. But there's also a bunch for weapons that aren't too high number enchants, but are just still rather high, including Sharpness 20, which increases your melee damage by 200%, and that was found on a Pigman sword. There's also a bunch of enchants that are used with L, and that's on Mini Clune's Aspect of the Dragon, so that would be like Sharpness L, Dragon Slayer L. I'm not sure what the exact ones are, but there are a ton of them on that sword. Then there's also Power L, which increases your bow damage by 400%. That's used by Torwolf on the Ray Gun. And there's also Sharpness 25 that increases melee damage by 125%, which is used by Torwolf on Sword of the Stars 3000. There's also Chimera 25, which Torwolf has on his Rogue Sword. There's also Sharpness 50, which increases melee damage by 250%. that Torwolf uses on his Sword of the Stars 9,000, and that is it. But that is a crazy number of super OP enchants that honestly should not exist in the game. And it's probably good that they don't, and they're admin only. But there's also just 2 books that were only spotted in book form, but are just books that you would use on things, including Compact X, which gives you 10% extra mining XP with 0.6% chance to drop an enchanted item. That is a book that normally you'd have to put Compact on, like, an item or something, but he added in a book. Like, as you see, all of the ones on the auction house are Compact 1, so Compact X is pretty crazy. There's also Telekinesis 0, which it just gives the normal telekinesis effects. I mean, I'm not sure what you really wanted with that, but still, pretty cool. So those are all of the admin items in Hypixel Skyblock. There are a lot of them, and they are pretty freaking cool, if I do say so myself. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This was a bit of a break from my guide content, but I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Goodbye.